What we got here is the Kubota L3301, and today we have been using the Titan tiller, 60-inch. And we're tilling up the barnyard for our garden this summer. Now I already did the actual tilling before I made this part of the video, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of the tractor and the implement. So it's an L3301 Kubota 3-cylinder diesel, 4-wheel drive, and the tiller is PTO driven, of course. And I got this tiller about a year ago exactly, and I used it last year to do the same thing. So I tilled up this area here. It's pretty much hard. It was hard clay before I started. And it tills it up pretty fine. The kids and the dogs love playing on it. It's like walking on a mattress. It's real soft until it gets rained on or compacted again, but corn does really well out here. Tomatoes do pretty good. Squash does great. And it's real windy today. Wow. I hear trees breaking up there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, the trampoline's gonna fly. Rabbit hutch just flew over. Well then, lucky there was no rabbits in it. Say hi, Duke. Say hi. He's a good boy. Dogs love this freshly tilled up dirt. Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Good girl. There's Dixie. Cooling off in the creek. Alright, well, we'll upload some footage of the actual tilling so you guys can see how great that tiller works. I mean, this is pretty hard stuff, a lot of rocks in it, unfortunately, but it's what we got. And we also got the kids going around on the two John Deere tractors, and they're picking up rocks as they get churned up. That's one of them there. That's it's an L120. It used to have a K46 hydrostatic transaxle in it. Now it's got a K66 that I put in there last year. A few mods. You can see down in there it's got the K66. 5-gallon external fuel tank. Welded a hitch on there. I made a Reese hitch and transferred all the trailers we got from Tractor Supply. Put 2-inch trailer hitches on them, and we run 2-inch on everything around here, so it's all the same. And it's a super sturdy lockup. That way we don't have those little stupid pins, you know, and all that. It's just 100% good to go. We don't got to worry about that coming off or bending, any of that. Got 24-inch ag tires on it, and it's got a 23 horse Briggs V-twin. Custom exhaust, 2 pipes, sticking straight down. Well, they got little turnouts. I don't know if you can see that under there. Anyway, we'll get back to it. lot of rocks. Why is it in second or third gear?
It's in second.
It's going too fast. Slow down, Crush. Nice, Grayso. Better hurry up and eat it all gone. Okay, I'm sorry. Want to throw it in the creek? You all done with it? Okay. Mabel, say hi. Everyone can see you eating up that ice cream sandwich. Why don't you go wash your hands off in the creek? You wash it off good? All right. You washing your hands too? That tractor has a locked or a welded differential. It's the 801 Peerless. And you can see the inside tire when he turns, it just kind of spins a little bit more, digs in because of the turning radius. That tractor also has a 12 horsepower industrial commercial Briggs engine. Not sure what it came out of. I got it for free somewhere, but it runs good. I just moved over the governor plate and the throttle plate from the other engine that was in it before when I got it. It used to burn a bunch of oil. So I had that other 12 horsepower Briggs, and what do you know, it just runs perfect. Purrs like a little kitten, man. Turn it all the way down, it'll idle at, I don't know, 600 RPMs almost, it seems like. It just starts right up. It's a happy motor. And I've never had any issues from the V-twin that's in the L120. And it's a 2004 model. As far as I know, it's the original motor. It still starts up and runs like a champ every time. But as you can see, neither one of them have the decks on them anymore. They're not mowers. This is what they're for. Just pulling stuff, log splitter, trailers, brush, whatever the case we need them for, you know. They're just, the kids love to ride them. I didn't make any of them fast. I didn't pulley swap the 111 because I don't want them flying around through here. So they're both just, you know, they got stock gearing. The hydrostatic L120, that doesn't go fast anyway. You can't even pulley swap those. You'll just burn it up. So it is what it is. That thing is a torque monster though. The 111 has the manual gearbox. I see you, buddy. Them old rabbit hutches. We had rabbits and we gave up. I mean, they were doing good. We were raising them for meat, but we weren't really eating it, to be honest. But that's the hutch that blew over earlier with the wind. Like I said, there was no rabbits in it when it blew over. Just the boys are supposed to take these apart. That there's a cherry tree. It's been there a couple of years now. It blossoms in every year so far. It's been doing pretty good. That's an apple tree right there. It's starting to bloom again. It's starting to bud and bloom. I forget what kind of tree that is, what kind of apple tree that is. I want to say it's a red delicious. I don't know. And then over here is our other apple tree. There used to be an apple tree. We had 3 of them. The one here in the middle where the cherry tree is now died. For whatever reason, it didn't like this environment. It was 3 different kinds of apples, and I forget which one's which. This here still has the tag on it. This is a North Star cherry dwarf tree. And this tree here, I don't know. I want to say maybe it's a Granny Smith. I don't know. I'd be lying if I told you what it was. But this tree hadn't done great. It grew up way tall the very first year we had it. We planted it. It grew up way tall and then it leaned over. And we cropped it right here because this was about 10 or 12 feet tall, and it just leaned over and it was like doing a big U shape. And we thought it was gonna just die, but it's been here. I think this is the 3rd season, the 3rd year we've had these 2 apple trees. That one by the chicken coop's doing great. That thing, when it's fully blooms out and it's all its leaves on it, it's pretty full and it's getting tall. This one here, I'm surprised it's still blooming. It's coming back again, so we'll see what happens with it. I'm no tree expert by any stretch, but we're trying. That tree over there across the barnyard, that's a peach tree. I think that thing's also 3 years old now. It's doing great. But we get all these rocks picked up out of here. There's hundreds of them. It didn't help that about 2 years ago we had a major flood and the creek overflowed. So much so that it pushed all that river rock And it just, that's what the bed of this creek is mostly. Some of it's smooth limestone, but right through here, it's all river rock. And it overflowed so much so that it pushed, we had a berm of river rock starting right about here, and it was washed all the way up through the whole middle of the garden. It was about a 3-foot tall berm of just pure river rock. And it went for about 100 feet across the entire garden. I had to get a skid steer out here. I had to rent one. That was before I had the tractor, and had to shovel all that river rock up with the skid steer and push it back in the creek. And this land is already rocky as it is. It's just where we live, and that didn't help any without all that river rock. And that's what we're still doing. We're still picking out rocks. And yeah, will be our 3rd year of, well, we've been here just a little over 3 years, but it'll be our 3rd summer with a garden. And like I said before, corn, squash, tomatoes, and my wife does all the gardening, really. I just till it for her, but she could probably name a lot more plants than I can that she grows out here. But I know for a fact corn does fantastic in this. And it's delicious too. Sweet corn. Better than you buy in the store. We don't spray nothing on them. It just grows natural. It does really good out here. But if I figure out anything else to film, we'll put it in the video.